Hi, I'm Madhurya from Chennai. I tested positive for COVID about 22 days back. Thankfully, I'm asymptomatic and have been on home quarantine ever since. This is my COVID journey. We had a family emergency about 2 weeks before I took the test, and two of my relatives had called and informed me that they tested positive. So, because we were at the location, me and my husband decided that we need to take the test. We decided to take home testing, and that was available with Medol. So, we booked an appointment for the next day. So, the two things that you will need is the doctor's prescription and a copy of your Aadhaar card. They do ask you basic questions like why are you taking the test and who have you been in contact with for the past 1 week. So after filling all those out, we had a person from Medol come over and take the test for me and my husband. Both nose and throat swab was done. As my husband and I had tested, my husband's result came in the morning at 7 o'clock via mail that he had tested negative, which was a big relief. But it was also a scare that only his result came in and mine hadn't come till then. As we were waiting anxiously, we got a call from the health department and the corporation office, both to me and my husband, saying that I have tested positive and we need to figure out the methodology of what we're going to do for treatment. And they had already informed our doctor. Basically, the news was very shocking to say the least, because I didn't have any symptoms whatsoever, not even a minor cold. Thankfully, because I was asymptomatic, that is, I had absolutely no symptoms, I was given a choice of home quarantine. I took it up also because our house had a separate room with a bathroom on another floor, which I was lucky enough. So we took that option and we started preparing for home quarantine. The first main thing that we did was pack my clothes, my medicines, my cleaning supplies, sanitary supplies, water, and utensils for me separately. We thankfully had help and my mother-in-law who could send food for me from downstairs. My family was very, very supportive, and I live with my in-laws. Even if I asked them for a unnecessary second coffee at the wee hours of the night, they would still bring it upstairs with a smile. So I have to thank them. I would wash and keep my set of wet utensils outside on a bench that we had. Whoever is bringing the food upstairs will transfer my food in those utensils. Once they go back, I will go out again and bring my food back inside. That was the method that we followed, so that there is no mixing of utensils or any food item at all. So my doctor had prescribed erythromycin and anti-flu, 2 antibiotics for 5 days, and zinc, vitamin C and vitamin D for 14 days, which are my supplements, a thermometer and an oximeter. So the thermometer for the temperature, oximeter for my oxygen level and my heart rate. These two I feel were really important because I was asymptomatic and we didn't know whether I could develop symptoms in the next few days. So during home quarantine, I think this really helped me. I had a homemade kashayam, which is like a concoction of spices that they made at home for me. And I also had the one that the government had sent over to my house. Second thing is I did steam inhalation. Third thing is I kept having hot water as much as possible. Also, one more thing to add is pranayama and Shitali pranayama, both breathing exercises that really help with your oxygen levels and to calm your mind. That I religiously did at least 3 times a week. A lot of tiredness, diarrhea and pimples on my face. I knew I'm going to have this because I've had this before, but I didn't have a choice but to take these medicines at this specific time. I had very basic, usual home cooked food like sambar, rasam and vegetables for lunch, and any kind of tiffin for breakfast, and then some kind of snack with coffee, a chapati and sabji for dinner. Simple, nutritious, home cooked meals. And I should also say that I'm really grateful. I literally had 5-star room service in my house thanks to my husband, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, everyone, amma, everybody at home were very, very supportive and made sure that, and very energized mentally throughout. Everyone in the house, even though they were downstairs and they all tested negative, they still wore a mask throughout. They made sure they washed their hands. They maintained social distancing. They had the kashayam and they took the supplements that were advised by the doctor.
இந்த 1 இயராவே வந்து TikTok வந்து பேன் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டே இருந்தாங்க. நம்ம எப்படி வேணா நம்ம ட்ரெஸ் பண்ணிட்டோம். நம்ம அது வந்து நம்மளோட உரிமை. அது நம்ம எப்படி வேணா பண்ணிக்கலாம். கெட்டதுன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா அந்த ஃபேக் ஐடி யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு வந்து மத்தவங்க நேம்ல அமௌண்ட் வாங்கி ஏமாத்துறது,